Well, welcome back to the Confidence Igniter podcast. And I am your host, and my name is Tamyko Green. Well, I have a great show in store for you today. And the title is, so this episode is 7 Up. No, I'm not talking about the soda. It is quite delicious if you like 7 Up, right? But I am talking about 7 Ups that will take your life to the next level. I know we got a lot of next level listeners out there. So let's start with the first up, wake up. Yes, the first up is wake up. See, a lot of times we go through life sleep, not recognizing that there is so much to do in life, so much that life has to offer you. And a lot of times when we hit those roadblocks in life, we just throw everything to the side. But I'm telling you today is a great opportunity to wake up and look around you with all of the things that you have that are going for you. And yes, you may have some things that are not playing in your favor, but that's okay. That's a part of life. That don't mean you quit. That means you get up, you keep going. The next up is speak up. Yes. That's one of the things a lot of times we don't do a lot is speak up. Speak up for ourselves. Speak up for our dreams. Yes, speak up for your goals. It is time to speak up. Use your voice because your voice is your superpower. And unless you're willing to speak up, then guess what? You will keep getting what you're getting. It's not until you decide to speak up. First, you got to wake up though, right? You got to wake up and see life out of the lens of a different eyes and then speak up. Speak up for what it is that you truly want in life. Don't sell yourself short. Don't substitute because you think, well, if I speak up, I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings. It doesn't matter. No, because I can guarantee you they're not going to be concerned about hurting your feelings when it comes down to speaking up for themselves. Now, I'm not saying be mean and be rude, but I am saying that you have to speak up for yourself in life. You have to know what you want and speak up for it. You got to stand up. Yep, that's the third up, is to stand up. See, a lot of times we won't stand up in life because we thinking, what am I stand up for? I'm never going to be able to obtain whatever it is that you're probably trying to obtain. So why am I going to stand up? See, I could have said that many times. What I'm going to stand up for? You stand up because that's what you're supposed to do. You stand up because you're standing up for yourself. You're standing up for your goals. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for what matters to you. And I'm sure there's something more to life than you're giving yourself that you know that's out there. So stand up and then dress up. You know, we live in a society today where some people just feel like, you know what, if I need to run to the store early in the morning, wear my pajamas. It can be at noontime, wear my pajamas. Some of us just don't even care how we show up, but we don't realize you are your own product. You are your own product. So how do you want to present yourself? Yes, some people might say it's not just the outer. No, it's not just the outer. It's the inner too. And when you show up not dressed correctly, something within you, you have to think about that. What's going on within you? Because you have to dress for success. And whatever success is to you, I'm not telling you what success is to you because what success is to you may not be to me, and vice versa. What I feel is success may not be success to you. So, however you defined it, but dress for that occasion. Dress for yourself, not for some, I'm not saying do it for somebody else. So when you wake up, you want to speak up, then you stand up, and then you dress up. And here's the other seven. Seven up is link up. Yes, collaboration is key. Who you linking up with? The people that you keep in your space, the people that you call your friends, are they really your friends? Now, I'm not knocking any friendships out here now, but some people that we have in our life, we really don't need in our life because they're not a friend. They're just someone sitting there collecting data so they can decide how to get the best, not the best out of you, but the worst out of you. So sometimes we have to take inventory to see who is in our life that we need to say goodbye to or just put on the sideline. We all have to do it. I've had to do it. And did I want to? Well, I had no choice. Well, I guess you can say, well, you do have choices and you do. But it was a better choice to let some people go because the friendship no longer served a purpose. Okay. So sometimes that's one of the hardest things to do. And especially if the person that we have to let go of is a family member and even a close friend. Sometimes that's one of the hardest things that you have to do by saying, you know what, you no longer fit the bill. We no longer serve one another, because it's not just about someone serving your purpose, because that's a one-way street. I think it's you serve them, they serve you. And if it's not a back and forth, you serve me, I serve you kind of thing, if it's one-sided, then you got to get out of there. And then the other up is step up. Yeah, step up to the plate. It's kind of like playing a game or like baseball. If the batter never step up to the plate, he'll never hit the ball. And a lot of times that's what we do in life. We want things out of life, but we're not willing to step up to the plate. We get so comfortable in being in the comfort zone of life until all we do is sit in that zone and talk about if I coulda, woulda, shoulda, if. Or we'll look at society and say, they. Now, who is they? They won't let me do this. Or I'm not qualified. Who told you wasn't qualified? Basically, you looked at what was going on and decided, oh, I'm not qualified for that. Let me tell you something, been there, done that. Because there were many times that I counted myself out. Nobody had counted me out. I summed up the situation and I said, nah, I probably ain't qualified because I don't have enough of this or that, whatever it is that I needed at that time. But never disqualify yourself, because you don't know. You working on yourself, and you have what it takes. That's for sure. If you decide to go after something, go after it. And if anybody disqualify you, let the person if it's a job, let them disqualify you. But don't sit down on the sideline and refuse to try or to apply because you feel that you don't qualify. Who told you that? See, that's what I had to continue to tell myself, because being a high school dropout, let me tell you something. For me, it was like, man, things that I wanted to apply for, it was like, no, I can't do that because you know what? I didn't finish high school. Eventually, I did go back and got my GED, but still at that point in my life. And then there were other things, and a lot of that had to do with confidence. See, when your confidence is high, it doesn't matter if you had the paper or not. Your confidence in itself is bold enough to say, hey, it don't matter until I qualify, until somebody tell me differently. And so that's the other thing, building up your confidence. So when you step up, your confidence is so high. And I'm not talking about arrogance, because there's a difference between confidence and arrogance. So I'm talking about confidence. So when you step up to the plate, just know when you hit that ball, you're going to get a home run. Yes, a home run. And here's the thing, see it in your mind, see it in your head, know that you qualify. Tell yourself that I'm more than enough. And then the other up is glow up. I didn't say grow up. I said glow up. Glow up. What does that mean? It means to elevate your mind and shine. Because you know that all things happen in the mind first. That's why it says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Renewing of your mind. So technically, I should have put these ups in a different order, right? Because I should have had you to glow up first, to renew your mind. Anything that you truly want in life, it starts on the inside. And if you can't see it in your mind, trust me, you won't see it in life, because that's where it starts. And that's why, once again, it says to renew your mind. There's no way you could renew your mind and your life doesn't change. Now, depending on how you renew your mind. Now, I don't know too many people that go from being positive to negative, but I'm sure that's so. If you're always thinking positive and then you decide to switch over and think negative, whatever it is that you start to think, that's what you're going to pull into your life. And you're going to pull a lot of it into your life, because anything that you give your attention to, that's where the energy flows. That's what you end up creating. It's kind of like planting a seed. When you put a seed in the ground, eventually whatever you planted will sprout up. And I always tell people that whatever you plant, make sure you can eat it and not be eaten by it. I'm going to say that again. Whatever you plant, our words are seeds. So make sure that you can eat it and not be eaten by it. So the first thing we want to do is glow up then, right? We want to get our minds right. So that way, when we do step up, we can step up with confidence. That way, when it's time to link up, we will link up with the right sources, the right people. Because when your mind is not right, you probably link up with any old body because you think anybody will serve the purpose and they won't. When you're working on yourself and you're ready to go to the next level in life, you got to step up and link up with people that is headed in the direction that you are headed in. People that has not just headed in that direction, but they even have the conversation, they have the walk, they have the talk, they have all of the qualities that's needed to get to that next level in life. Because you cannot get to the next level in life. If you are eagle and you decide to hang out with a chicken, okay, you're not going to get to the next level in life because chickens can't even fly to begin with, okay? So most people that are talking all that negative stuff, they're grounded, and you don't want to be grounded. So you got to decide, who am I going to link up with? And then when you link up, not only dress up, don't just dress up your outer, your inner. Yes, you got to think on things that are positive. Think on things that are great. Think on things that will build something, not things that will burn things down. Everything starts in your mind. Everything. I don't care what it is. When you get hungry, the first place you realize you're hungry is in your head. Your brain sends a signal, say, I'm hungry. And you follow that lead, right? It's like having a sales lead for food. And you follow it. You go straight to the refrigerator or straight out to get you something to eat. Whatever the case may be, however you get that food, it still started in your mind. And that is why it is so, so important that we take care of our mind. When they said that saying that the mind is a terrible thing to waste, that's a true statement. It is a terrible thing to waste. And it's a terrible thing to allow your mind to control you. You got to control it because it may take you places that you did not want to go. But when you control it, you will get to where you want to go. So then you're able to stand up in the crowd. You're able to stand up amongst people and know who you are. Have that confidence. You're able to stand up with your goals and your dreams. You are able to make them happen. Why? Because your mind is so powerful because you condition it. You condition it for greatness. So when you think about athletes, how they condition their mind, they condition their mind to win. They condition their mind to be able to go through the challenges of playing the game, whatever game it is that they're playing. You have to condition your mind and not be conditioned by somebody else's mind. Okay. You can't look at what other people are saying or listen to what other people are saying. And especially if they're saying something negative that cause you to shrink versus standing up. Don't allow the negative chatter to keep you down. Don't speak up. Even if that speaking up is, you know what, I'm sorry. I can't hang out with you all anymore. Because that's like your wake up call right there. That's your wake up call. Your wake up call is to say, you know what? I'm going to have to let this go. I'm going to have to move to another group because this is not working for me and it's not going to take me to where it is that I want to be in life. So let's do a recap on our 7 up, right? Because I took you down and then I went back up, right? So let's do a recap. The first up is wake up. Remember, you got to wake up in order to be able to move to the next level. You got to speak up. Speak up for yourself. Don't shrink just to be in the crowd with others. Speak up for yourself because guess what? You're all you have. Yeah, you may have a lot of people around you, may have plenty of family, plenty of friends. So let me tell you something. At the end of the day, who are you with? Yourself. Okay, in the beginning of the morning, who are you with? Yourself. So speak up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Dress up for yourself. Link up. Yes, link up with those that will help you get to the next level. And then step up, step into position because there's greatness out there for you. There's greatness. You have the potential to live the best life ever. And don't forget to glow up because when you elevate your mind, guess what? You shine and you give other people, permission to shine as well. Someone is counting on you. You have something that is in your that was downloaded in your spirit, whether it's your gift, your talent. You may have a gift of writing or a gift of being able to do art. Whatever that gift is for you, show up for yourself. Show up for yourself, because when you show up for yourself, guess what? You're showing up for others and you're helping someone else along life highway. Well, this has been the episode for today. 7 Up, not the drink. Yes, but the 7 Ups that will link you to the next level. Well, with that being said, this is the end of the show, but there is a couple of announcements that I would like to make. The first announcement is, don't forget, at Fortified City Christian Church, they are going to be back with they have started back their exercise class. Yes, yes, their exercise classes is on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So Mondays and Fridays, the class starts at 6 o'clock to 7 p.m. And then on Wednesdays, it starts at 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Also, don't forget that they also have a food distribution every third Saturday. So they just had it last week. Last Saturday, or Saturday yesterday, shall I say, because this is Sunday. But if you missed it, that's all right. They do it every month, every third Saturday. And then I have another seminar coming up. It's September 27th, and it is called FCC Fall Reset. Unlocking Potential. Yes, and so that's going to be September 27th. It is free. You will see a flyer going out. We will be on Zoom as well as in person. In person, 2477 Canton Road, Fortified City Christian Church. That's the venue. 77 Canton Road in Marietta, Georgia. I really hope to see you in the space. I know you will enjoy it. We just had a seminar about 2 weeks ago, and it was amazing. So it is free once again. You will see a flyer coming out here very shortly on Facebook and on Instagram. So definitely, I hope to see you in the space. And until then, I hope you take the time out. If you have not already, take the time out to like, to share, and also subscribe. Until I see you again next week, have a good evening. Take care.